Okay, so you're here because, let's be honest, you like to know what's up and you like to know it fast.
Definitely right.
Buckle up because today we are going deep on something that's got everyone buzzing. The Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines merger.
Big stuff.
Huge. And we've been poured over the details, articles, reports, the whole 9 yards. And our mission today is to zero in on the opportunities. Yeah, really maximize your travel rewards. Specifically looking at credit cards and point transfers and all that jazz.
All that good stuff.
Exactly. And you know what's really got everyone on the edge of their seats?
Tell me.
The fact that Hawaiian Miles can be converted into Alaska Miles now.
Oh, that is juicy.
It is juicy, isn't it? Because a lot of folks see Alaska Miles as being much more valuable.
Absolutely. This is your guide to navigating this merger to come out on top.
Oh, I like that.
We've been going through it all, how they're going to mesh and what it means for folks who are really paying attention to their miles and their credit card perks.
Savvy travelers.
Yeah, and you're right. The whole Hawaiian Miles turn into Alaska Miles. That's a big deal. Alaska's program is known for being more flexible. More options for award redemption.
More options. Yeah. Okay, so let's jump right in. Because what we're seeing is that this isn't just a story about two airlines shaking hands.
Right?
This is a limited window of opportunity, folks.
It is a window.
It is a window and it's closing.
Yeah.
And the big event that everyone's watching for is that those Hawaiian Airlines miles you have or could get your hands on are going to turn into Alaska Airlines miles.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. While they're still doing their own thing for now, we're seeing some really clever strategies pop up that could let you really come out ahead once they're fully merged.
Capitalize on this moment in time.
Exactly.
And one of the most talked about opportunities that we've been seeing is around the Hawaiian Airlines co-branded credit cards.
Oh yeah, people, lots of buzz.
So what's the deal with it?
Okay, so the personal card especially has a really nice offer. 70,000 Hawaiian miles, just for making your first purchase and paying the $99 annual fee.
So no crazy spending requirement.
No minimum spend at all.
That's rare.
That's huge. That is a very generous offer when you look at the world of travel rewards cards.
Especially these days.
Especially these days, and here's what I think is really telling. Hawaiian is offering this big, juicy bonuses with almost no strings attached right now. To me, that says they know these miles are about to become Alaska Miles, and they're trying to get as many people in the door as possible while they still can.
It's like last call almost.
Last call, yeah.
Well played, Hawaiian Airlines. Well played.
They're savvy.
Okay, that's the personal card. And we've also seen some chatter about the business card too, right?
Yeah, the business card has had some good offers too, but they're a little more all over the place.
Yeah.
You might see 50,000 miles, sometimes 70,000 miles. Sometimes they have spending requirements, sometimes they don't. So it's less straightforward, trickier. But you're right, the personal card is definitely the star of the show right now.
It's getting all the attention. And you know what else I think is really interesting is that even people who are super careful about how they manage their credit cards are jumping on this. Oh yeah, I'm talking about the folks who are like spreadsheet warriors with their credit card strategy.
I know the type.
Yeah, they know all the ins and outs of Chase's 524 rule and everything. And yet they're still applying for this Hawaiian personal card. That's a pretty big signal.
It is a big signal. They know what's up.
Yeah, they're seeing the value in those future Alaska miles.
They're seeing the potential.
Exactly, and it's almost there's this feeling of urgency in the air.
There is.
We've even seen reports of like whole families where everyone's applying for a personal card. Wow, it's a land grab.
It is a land grab. And you know what this reminds me of? The Alaska Virgin America merger back in 2016.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Vaguely.
From what I've read, after that merger, the Virgin America credit cards just poof, vanished. Oh yeah, so people are seeing that and thinking, hey, I don't want to miss out on this Hawaiian card opportunity while it lasts.
Makes sense. It's if you see a door that's about to close, you want to at least take a peek inside.
Well, you at least got to check it out.
You got to check it out, right? Okay, so we've got this very direct way to potentially rack up some Alaska miles with the Hawaiian cards.
The direct route.
The direct route. But our deep dive also uncovered a more sneaky path, a little backdoor method involving American Express membership rewards. Can you walk us through that?
I can. This is where things get a little more complicated, but potentially very rewarding if you're an Amex person.
Okay.
So you can actually transfer your Amex points to Hawaiian Airlines at a 1-to-1 ratio.
1-to-1. That's pretty good.
It is pretty good. And since we know those Hawaiian miles can be converted into Alaska miles, is basically another way to get your hands on some Alaska miles.
A sneaky workaround.
A sneaky workaround, but there is a tiny little catch.
There's always a catch.
Yeah, there's always a catch. American Express does charge a small fee for transfers, to domestic airlines.
How much are we talking?
It's a little bit. It's 0.00006 cent per point.
Per point. Okay.
So let's say you want to transfer 70,000 Amex points.
Nice round number.
A nice round number. You'd be looking at a fee of about $42.
Okay. Not nothing.
Not nothing. But you got to weigh that against the potential value of those Alaska miles you're going to get.
It's a cost-benefit analysis.
Exactly. And here's another thing. There's a cap on those transfer fees.
Oh, there is?
There is. It's $99.
$99, no matter what.
No matter how many points you're moving. So if you've got a big pile of Amex points, you don't have to worry about the fee getting out of control.
Okay, that's good to know. But the big question mark with this whole backdoor method is, how long is it going to be around?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah, because all the analysis we've seen points to the fact that we don't know how long this Amex to Hawaiian to Alaska road is going to stay open.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It's like a secret passage that could close at any moment.
It could. Yeah, so the advice we're seeing is if you're thinking about using this strategy and you've got a specific Alaska Airlines trip in mind, you might want to move quickly.
Don't wait around.
Don't wait around.
Because that door could slam shut and you'll be left standing there with your Amex points.
Sad trombone.
Sad trombone. And this brings up a really important concept that we keep seeing over and over again in our research, which is don't make speculative transfers.
Ah, yeah.
This is a big one, right?
Big lesson.
A big lesson. So for the folks at home, what is a speculative transfer and why should they avoid it?
Okay, so a speculative transfer is basically when you move your points around without a clear idea of how you're going to use them.
You're just hoping for the best.
Yeah, you're hoping something good will come along. But here's the thing, and this is where the Virgin Atlantic story comes in. A lot of people over the years racked up tons of Virgin Atlantic miles, maybe through transfer bonuses or promotions, and then what happened?
They couldn't use them.
It became a lot harder to use them.
Oh.
Things changed. Award availability got worse, partnership shifted, and suddenly those miles weren't so valuable anymore. Yeah, people ended up with these huge balances that couldn't get them where they wanted to go, and the takeaway from that is that the value of a loyalty program can change really fast.
It's a moving target.
It's a moving target, and it's often driven by things that are completely outside your control.
You're at the mercy of the airlines.
In a way, you are.
So the moral of the story is, don't get caught holding a bag of miles that you can't use.
That's it.
Right? So as tempting as it is to jump on these opportunities, we need to have a plan, folks.
A plan is key.
Don't just be shuffling points around for the sake of it. Know where you want to go and then make your moves.
Exactly. The best practice is to only transfer points when you've got a specific redemption in mind. A flight you want to book, a hotel you want to stay at, otherwise you're just rolling the dice.
Gambling with your miles.
Yeah, you could end up with those orphaned miles, those poor little miles that never get to go anywhere.
Sitting there, collecting dust. Sad. Okay, so we've talked about the Hawaiian Airlines cards. We've talked about this Amex backdoor method, but what about Alaska Airlines themselves? They have their own credit cards too, right?
They do.
Actually, Alaska's already announced that. A premium credit card with lots of perks and $650 annual fee will launch in the summer of 2025. We will dive into the detail of this new offer in next episode. Stay tuned.
It would make sense, right? With all this attention on Alaska Miles because of the merger, you got to think Alaska Airlines and their credit card partners are probably cooking up some new and improved offers on their own cards.
Gotta stay competitive.
Gotta stay competitive. Exactly. So even after this whole Hawaiian card frenzy dies down, that premium Alaska card could be a really good way to keep building up your Alaska Miles stash.
For the long game.
For the long game, yeah.
Okay, so here's the big picture. We've got these Hawaiian Airlines credit card bonuses that look really good right now, right?
It's a lot to keep track of.
We've got this sneaky Amex transfer option, and then we've got the premium Alaska Airlines card on the horizon.
It is.
It's a lot to keep track of. It's like a three-ring circus of miles and points.
We're here to help.
So if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry, we've got you covered. First things first, if you're thinking about those Hawaiian Airlines cards, especially that personal card with the easy bonus, you might want to move on that sooner rather than later. Don't wait, because who knows how long it's going to stick around.
It can be gone anytime.
And then there's the Amex transfer option. If you've already got a bunch of Amex points, this could be a good play. Remember, there's that fee and the clock is ticking.
Yeah, that route might not be open for long.
It might not be open forever, and above all, learn from the Virgin Atlantic folks.
Yeah.
Don't just transfer points willy-nilly. Have a plan. Know how you're going to use those miles before you move them.
Solid advice.
Oh, okay. So, as you're listening to all this, think about your own travel goals.
What are your
Where
dreams?
do you want to go? Do those Hawaiian card offers fit into your plans? Do you have Amex points that you could use for this backdoor thing?
So many options.
So many options. And
Yeah,
even beyond all the nuts and bolts of these specific offers, this whole situation really makes you think. What does travel loyalty even mean anymore?
oh, that's a good question.
Right. Because the landscape is changing so fast, these airlines are merging, programs are evolving. It's almost like you have to be a little bit more agile.
You do. We got to be flexible.
Be flexible. So are you going to chase the biggest sign-up bonuses? Are you going to focus on squeezing every last drop of value out of your miles?
Or is there something else that matters more?
It's a question worth pondering as we all try to navigate this ever-changing world of travel.
It's a wild ride,
It is.
and we're all in it together.
And that's the deep dive for today, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
Safe travels.